this is just a quick broadcast from the parish. Happy Sunday to you all. So I showed you a little bit of the sanctuary last night. Hi. I showed you last Sunday a little bit of the sanctuary, and this week just want to give you a quick whiz round to the little side chapels, which I absolutely love. So here is what's called the Lady Chapel. You find them in most Catholic churches, an altar of devotion to the Blessed Mother, and again it's a Puritan style church. So if I take you in, we've got this lovely statue here of Our Lady. Quite like it, she's quite young, it's quite maybe a typical kind of English depiction of the Blessed Mother, and then she's flanked by 4 different saints. Normally in these kind of Catholic churches you tend to find the saints named after the benefactors. So we've got here, you've got St. Lucy, and then you've got St. James, and then if I take you across to this side, if you like what you see here, like give me a few hearts. So you've got St. Henry and St. Elizabeth. And if I just tip this up to the top, you'll see on the roof we've got these really beautiful blue stenciling, and that's the picture of Our Lady. So if I take this back, behind the statue of Our Lady there's a stained glass window, and I don't know if you can see, but you've got the 3 wise men are presenting gifts to Our Lady, so it's the nativity scene. It's got a scripture, when they opened their treasures they presented, and I can't read the bottom because it's like tucked underneath. And then right under the altar we've got these lilies crafted out of stone, so that's kind of normally symbolic of the Virgin Mary's purity. And we've got, under here we've got a carving of the nativity scene, which I really like. It is an altar, so Mass has been said here and would have been said over the years. It's not used for Mass now, but I think that, you know, the word became flesh and dwelt amongst us. It finds its kind of ultimate fulfilment in the Holy Eucharist. So I think there's something really powerful about how that's been carved into the bottom of the altar, and you've got the little angels there adoring. In the side chapels you've got 2 different windows, and they're dedicated to the martyrs of England and Wales. So here's one of St. Thomas More, which I really like, and just gives you an indication of how old the parish is, because he's here styled as Blessed Thomas More, and he's since been canonised. And then we've got here Blessed Margaret Pole. So I just love the details on these, just really fascinating. What I'm going to do is take you over to St. Joseph's Chapel, so I'll just show you like the back of the church. Got St. Anthony there and some more stained glass. If I just take this over, so that's the main sanctuary. Hi, where are you from? The main body of the church. I'll just do a little genuflect. And then this is St. Joseph's Chapel. And there's a picture of St. Joseph carrying Jesus, which I really like. And he's flanked by a couple of Carmelite saints. Historical church, 150 years old. We celebrated our 150th anniversary last September. It's a Puritan, been here since 1854, and so St. Joseph is flanked by some different Carmelite saints. We don't actually have names for who these are, but if anybody knows who they are, you can maybe let me know. And then again, underneath the bottom of the altar, we've got some lilies which are representative of St. Joseph's purity. And then above, you can just see, this is one of my favourite images in the church. It's St. Joseph leading Our Lady and Jesus out into Egypt after Herod wanted to kill all of the babies. So Joseph had a dream and was told to take Mary to safety, and they fled to Egypt, and this is the Holy Family leaving Egypt. And then just in the sides here, the windows again, original stained glass, yes. The Hardman, which is based in Birmingham, and I know that they had some a couple of years ago, some of the windows were actually smashed. Our priest is here. I'm recording, sorry Father. Do you want to come and join me? We've got a couple of people from around the world watching what's going on in church.
Oh no.
Hey, he's disappeared, that got rid of him really quickly. Sorry, interrupted by the priest. There we go. Yeah, so they are original windows. A couple of years ago, 1 or 2 of them were smashed. Hi from the USA, that's amazing. We were able to have them done properly because they still held the designs in the place where they were originally designed. So that's Blessed John Fisher, who's now St. John Fisher, and Blessed Oliver Plunkett as well, to mark the here to mark the memorial of the Catholic emancipation. So yeah, we actually had, for my little follower from the USA, last year when we celebrated the 150th anniversary, some of the families that If I can just take you around to this side and we'll find some in the church. I'll take you down here. Some of the families, like the Heskett and the Haskew families, actually ended up emigrating to the USA. And when we had the parish reunion, the parish 150th Mass last year, we had loads of people from all over the States. They decided to organise a family reunion here in Stourbridge, and a lot of the stained glass and the altar and things like that, their families paid for 50 to 100 years ago. So have a little look at this one. What have we got here? That's St Elizabeth and St Clement. I'm going to take you back to the other one because I really, really like this. Like one of my favourite pictures in this church. So it's of the Holy Family, and it's Jesus learning the trade from St Joseph. Our Lady's doing some knit work, and then if you just look, there's 3 nails on the floor there, and just you can just imagine the things St Joseph would be saying to Jesus, teaching him his craft, and just kind of, yeah, learning what it means maybe to be a Jew. And I don't know if he'd have known about his destiny and who he was at that point, but this is where Jesus would have been formed and spent his years, and it's one of my favourite pictures. Hi Hannah, welcome. I'm just doing a little tour around the parish for those of you that have joined me. If you like what you see, kind of give me, like, tap the screen and give me a few likes. So you've got the Stations of the Cross. Hey, that's a lot of love going on there. And then another one of my favourite stained, in fact, I like all my favourite stained glasses. Hi Hannah, got any questions? No, I'm joking, don't ask me questions, you probably know all the answers anyway. Is the Annunciation to the right with the angel Gabriel appearing to Mary, and then on the left we've got the Assumption, because the church is dedicated to Our Lady. And then because lots of Irish people built this beautiful church, if we just take you over here, we've got St Patrick and St Bridget. I love the colours in this, and I'm not quite sure who we've got, some other St Celestine or someone in the top window, but I really like this one. And I love that down the centuries, yeah, it's really beautiful. I'm really biased. I feel really blessed to worship here. Down the centuries, the saint of what? So St Patrick from Ireland and St Bridget from Ireland as well. That yeah, the Lord raises up different saints to bring about renewal in his church, and as you know, St Patrick was kind of key in bringing and forwarding the Christian faith in Ireland. Another little favourite one over here I can show you would be, if you like what you see, and give me a couple of hearts, St Francis, and this one's like really, and they've got St Clair next to him. And what I really love about this is all the different animals and the colours. And when we bring the children in here from school, they absolutely love it. Because sitting here and pray and spotting all the different animals, and it's just so bright. And there's St Clair next to him. And I love how during the history of the history of the church and down the centuries, that God called men and women to do mission together. And these were 2. So St Clair was inspired by St Francis. And you know, they did amazing things, and are still known and acknowledged as well by our you know, non-Catholic brothers and sisters and Christians from other denominations. We've got a little bit here. We've got a nativity scene, and a couple of years ago we had these done on cards. The baptismal font used to be at the back of the church, and here's Jesus being baptised by St John the Baptist, and in the top panel you've got God the Father and the Holy Spirit descending upon him. And another little one that I like, because I like visiting Lourdes, is you've got one stained glass window of Our Lady appearing to St Bernadette in Lourdes. And then if I just take you round the back of the church. So that's the main sanctuary. And then we'll just head over to the last few stained glass, and then I'm going to have to leave it here. Oh, look at all the love. Give me a couple of hearts if you're liking what you're seeing. So this is when Jesus was presented in the temple. There's we've just finished, we've had 2 services this morning, and we've just finished about half an hour ago, the big one, and we have a service on a Saturday night as well. So that's Jesus being presented in the temple. I like this one as well. It was St Anne's feast day a couple of days ago, and you've got St Anne, the Mother of Mary, teaching Our Lady here the scriptures. And then if we go here, I love the colours on this one. So it's the Sacred Heart. We've got St James in the top panel, and we've got Jesus appearing to St Margaret Mary Alacoque and just revealing his Sacred Heart. I heard a homily at a Youth 2000 retreat a couple of months ago, and the priest was saying how, you know, again, when humanity was so far gone and was just in a really bad place and so far from God, what did God choose to do? He chose to reveal his most sacred heart. And that's something true of the divine mercy as well, which appeared to St. Faustina in the 1900s. You know, that again, when society was in such a bad place, the Lord didn't come in judgment, he came to reveal his great mercy. So that's a little picture there. Got a few others. Oh, look at all the love, thank you very much. If you like what you see, and tap the screen, I'm still learning about this thing. We've got St. Frederick and St. William here. Jesus at the top. Some of these panels, they've only been put in and named after people who donated them, I suppose. I like this one as well. You can tell it's really of its age, so it's Jesus with the little children, suffer little children to come unto me. And you can see how the children are dressed in Victorian clothes, and it's very much of its age. And then in the top you've got the stork who's giving of himself to feed its young. And then one little more window, which I really like, is St. Chad and St. Edward, and you've got the Blessed Virgin in the top. And with St. Chad, he's the patron saint of the Archdiocese of Birmingham, and that's his emblem there, and he's recognised in both the Anglican and the Catholic Communion. So he's got a big cult, there's a big cult around St. Chad based here in the Midlands, and he just did amazing things to spread the gospel. So if you'll take you back round to the front of the church, we are setting up for baptism. There'll be a baptism here later today. So it's a busy church, it's well used. Normally closed on a Sunday, but every day you can find it open about 8 o'clock in the morning till 5 at night, which is really nice because people can just pop in, spend some quiet time in prayer. There we go. And that's the back of the church. Hi everyone, thank you for joining. Once again, it was a little bit longer than I thought, but just wanted to share some of my beautiful church with you. One of the things that I like to do is to take friends who maybe aren't Catholic or Christian into church, and I think all the stories, like through the stained glass windows, like it's a catechesis in itself. I remember taking one lady here who's an Anglican, and just by walking around the church and explaining who did what in the different stained glass windows, what these different saints were, why they're important to us, how they're part of our story and history, yeah, she was just able to learn so much, and it just really brings the faith to life. And I think the fact that people have worshipped here for the last 150 years is such a prayerful present, like just a prayerful atmosphere in this place, and it's a place of peace and a place of rest in the town. And like I've said before, I really, really love worshipping here. It's a great community. Even at Mass this morning, the Mass setting was a Mass called the Mass of St. Francis, a Latin Mass, but one of our parishioners had written the Mass about 20 years ago, written the organ music for it, and just a very, very gifted parish. I'm really biased, but it's great to be able to worship God here, and just in such a beautiful building. And I think you can get a lot of criticism from other kind of Christian denominations about worshipping idols and images and all of this kind of stuff, but what it does is it raises our hearts up to God. It lifts our minds up to higher things, and God gave us an imagination, and he gave us creativity, and all of this is for his glory and for his honour, so that when we come into this place, our hearts are directed towards him. And the beauty of this place just makes that really, really easy, and makes it a really easy place to pray in. So I'm going to stop speaking here. I'm meeting my friend Ruth again later this afternoon, so we might pop on and do a bit of Q&A. So any questions, have a think, send them back. If you like what you've seen, like tap the thing, give me some love. So loving this Periscope business. Have a really blessed Sunday, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye. One moment.